What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? Okay, listen. We are back. We are back for another What It Is Extra. Baby, I hope this is centered. Whatever. Y'all know how my bootleg setup is. Girl, after all these years, it is what it is. But anyway, let's just get up into this video. I hope everybody has been enjoying the rest of their week. I hope your weekend has been doing well for you so far. So far, so good, baby. It looks like it's about to rain outside, and I don't know what it's about to be given, but hey, we here. So let's just get up into this. First of all, let's just say, y'all already know, y'all should have prepared for this. Today is September 4th, which means that it is my girl's birthday. So happy birthday to Beyonce, you know. Bitch, you ain't called me back. So, hey, it is what it is. I should be in my feelings about that, but I'm going to let that shit slide. You got a lot of stuff going on, so I'm going to let it go. I'm going to move on from that, okay? I hope you have a great one. Moving on. I really honestly feel like she about to drop something on Netflix. Y'all know she still got 2 more Netflix things to put out. I don't know what it is, but bitch, something either coming on Netflix or something coming on music. And, you know, people really thought that she was going to be dropping something music-wise today. That's too predictable. That's too predictable. The bitch like to pop the fuck up, okay? This the bitch that'll post something at 2 o'clock in the morning while we sleep. Who does that? She does, okay? So don't even worry about that. Moving on from that, let's just get into, you know, some things with this Hurricane Ida, all right? I did not know when Hurricane Ida came through and hit Louisiana and some of Mississippi, the way that it did, you know, and thank God most of the people that I, you know, rode with, they're, you know, been safe or whatever, especially Miles and Scotty and anybody else that's out there in Mississippi. Y'all cool or whatever for the most part. But, you know, unfortunately, you know, you heard the story about Bondi. If you've been following her on Instagram and on YouTube, she's been giving regular updates about what's been going on, you know, with the damage to her home and what she got to go through, which I'm so sad about. And mostly because I'm just thinking about everybody looking at those videos and looking at the path of destruction that that hurricane left behind. It's just crazy. And then to get the fact that it literally went from, it didn't touch nothing else. That thing just said, let me go back out into the water and let me come back up and do a UE over there to the northeast, okay? I said, wow, how did it skip all those states right down there to go all the way up to New York, Philly, and New Jersey, okay? Nature is a crazy thing, and baby, they were not prepared. Let me tell you something. If you know, I'm filming down here in my basement, and sometimes when it rains, it do flood a little bit, depending on the rain, okay? That's why when I record down here, sometimes y'all hear this little humming or whatever. It's a little humidifier to take out the moisture that's in the rug or in the air, because sometimes it do kind of like get just a little wet. Not to the point where where I would have to, you know, call somebody to pull up the carpet or whatever. It just get a little moist, and the humidifier take the stuff out or whatever. But can you imagine my basement filled up halfway with water, okay? Because, and truth be told, this basement probably would have filled all the way to freak up the way that it was doing out there in New Jersey. That shit in New York. When I was looking at the goddamn subway, I said, oh my God, like, all I was thinking about was everybody who was trying to get home from work, if they had to go to work or whatever things that they were doing at that particular time, and had no idea that, you know, the hurricane was going to hit as hard as it hit at that point. You know what I'm saying? And I just pray that y'all can be good. You know, Janice, another fellow YouTuber, you know, she had posted something about her mom's place apartment had flooded a little bit. And it's just the aftermath, like looking at all these videos, baby. TikTok will show you everything. TikTok and Twitter. It ain't been nothing but, okay, if you hear something in the background, it's the washer. I just put a load of clothes in. I literally just came in, said, let me do this video and let me wash at the same time since I'm down here. But, you know, that's been going on, all those videos of those homes being destroyed, people basically being displaced, okay, against their will, because at this point their home or their apartments or whatever is not livable, you know. So I pray that FEMA and the government and insurance companies and everything do right by these people who have been affected by this natural disaster, because that's exactly what it is. All right, this ain't their fault. Okay, it ain't no matter. Oh, you should have evacuated. They evacuated and come back to a whole bunch of mess. They still would have came back to the same crap. Okay, that's what would have happened. But you know, I pray for them. I pray that they be able to recoup and regain and recover from all of this stuff. It's just crazy. Tornadoes out there in New Jersey and shit. Like, ooh, baby, if I would have saw a tornado, I told y'all I get paranoid. It just don't work well with me. Okay, the weather, that's part of the reason why I don't like the summer sometimes, because we get severe thunderstorms out here, and then they say it always comes with a tornado warning, and sometimes it touched down in the city or the county right next to us, that's like a few blocks away from us, and I'm just like, I don't know, bitch, keep y'all asses, keep that over there. Okay, I be scared because if I see a funnel coming, do you know how it would take me out? Okay, because I can't run. At this point, my knees are bad. Not because I'm a big bitch. It's because my knees are bad. Okay, just take me out at this point. I said, bitch, I wouldn't survive a horror movie. Okay, I just wouldn't survive one of those type of situations because, whew, these knees will give out real quick. They already. I'm at the point where it's like, oh, I can tell when it's about to start raining because my knees start. And y'all know the reason why my knee hurt is because I have an injury there, you know, when I fractured it the last time. So, and that was years ago, and that bitch still giving me problems. It's crazy. But anyway, that's that. I pray for y'all to recover. Anyway, moving on to some entertainment stuff. Girl, Lil Nas X is just going to give y'all a time, okay? At this point in time, I really do not understand. Lil Nas X has been here for at least a good 2-3 years, okay, in this industry. And to some of us, he's been here quite a longer time, okay? Lil Nas X has come off of Twitter, okay? When his name was Nas Mirage on Twitter, okay? I never followed him then, but when I saw, like, he always used to pop up, and I knew that he was a major barb or whatever, and the tweets that used to pop up on my timeline that, you know, people used to retweet or favorite or whatever, always got thousands of retweets or, you know, likes and stuff like that. And it was so witty, and he was so funny, and he was so shady and everything with it. You know what I'm saying? So he's top tier, and he has already mastered this whole thing of social media. You know what I'm saying? To better his career. He knows how to navigate social media, and he's using it for his best interest, his benefit, and to market, you know, this album. I really pray, which I think, I'm pretty sure is going to do well just because of the backlash. It's going to pique people's interest and to see exactly what it is that he's putting forth, that his album does well. Because if it don't, that's going to be messed up with all this mess that's been going on, and, you know, you don't get nothing out of it. But I'm pretty sure it's going to come in a good high number on the charts or whatever. I'm not even worried about that. But what I'm trying to say is this boy has been a troll for years, okay? He has mastered the art of trolling. And now he has mastered, like, whoever is on his marketing team on, you know, whatever label he is, you know, signed to, he got the best marketing team at this point, okay? Because the things that they come out with, the ideas that they come up with, and I'm pretty sure most of this stuff is coming from him, okay? Because who would have thought to do some of the stuff that he is doing, and knowing that it's going to get people pissed off, knowing it's going to get people riled up. And why is it getting people riled up? Because it's bringing out their inner homophobe. That's what it is, okay? Case in point. Please explain to me why Lil Nas X put out a fake paternity picture, okay? And he got a fake belly, you know, and he was just mocking he put out a fake paternity picture, photo shoot or whatever, saying that he's about to give birth September 17th. Montero, his album, comes out September 17th, okay? Explain to me, why is it that people are getting so upset? Explain to me why people feel like, oh, he's gone too far. Explain to me what is the problem. I truly don't understand what the problem is, okay? I truly don't understand why would that make anybody so upset to the point that they about to bust a blood vessel. I don't understand why it would make somebody so upset that they had to wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and that be the first tweet that they tweet. Boosie. I don't understand it, okay? This boy is a troll, and it's, once again, don't give me that BS about what am I going to tell the kids, and they're trying to brainwash the kids, and, you know, they're trying to, it's an agenda. That's not an excuse, because that's lies. That's lies, all right? Very much, okay? If that's the case, you know, a lot of kids will be doing a lot of stuff that they see and they, you know, hear. They be repeating it. And I've seen kids who be around parents and adults that have the nastiest of mouths. The nastiest of mouths. But they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare just because even if you try to tell them, say a curse word, they wouldn't dare say it. Kids know right from wrong. Okay, they know what's up, and they can take in and know more than what we think they do, and they can understand more than what we think they do. Okay, that's one. Lil Nas X and these entertainers are not here to parent your kids, are not here to be role models to your kids. That is up to you. You can, and don't give me that excuse, oh, I can't, you know, control what they see. Oh, excuse me. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, you can, to a certain extent, yes, you can. Okay, and if they do see something, you can have a intelligent and truthful conversation with them about what's going on if they have questions. But again, explain to me why are people so upset at this belly. Okay, it's fake. It's fake. It's metaphoric. He's giving birth to his album. He just went literal with it. And it's almost like he's mocking these celebrity photo shoots that they have with these maternity pictures. And we saw Danny Lay with it. We saw Nicki Minaj with her maternity shoots. We saw Beyonce. We saw a whole bunch of other celebrities that have come out and, you know, did the whole extra stuff with their maternity shoots or whatever, announcing their pregnancy and stuff. That's what I took from it, that he was mocking the celebrity women that come out and do it in fun. Not saying that, you know, he's against women or whatever, or he's trying to be a woman. I don't understand where y'all got that from. He's a troll, okay? And that's what he's doing. And he knew that it was going to make y'all mad because you're homophobic. I went on the Baller Alert. They had a post up basically talking about, because people was like, you know, oh, he's gone too far. And they was comparing and contrasting the Cosby Show episode. It was like, because people keep on saying, you know, what about the kids? Y'all only say what about the kids when it comes to gay men, black gay men, because it's only the black people in our community that is saying what about the kids when it comes to black men. But when it comes to lesbians, I noticed that y'all don't give us that much grief, okay? And I feel for my gay brothers. I feel for my black gay brothers especially, because they get so much flack, they get so much hate, and it makes no sense at all. Because they are not out here trying to bother nobody. All they are out here doing, as we all are, is trying to live, okay? So they put up this post as if Lil Nas X is the first person that ever walked around with a fake belly before. Okay, when we was kids, we used to do that. Boys and girls, you know what I'm saying? They showed it on cartoons, all right? And on this Baller Alert post, they compared and contrast, or tried to put it out there to see what's the difference between, you know, back in the 80s or the early 90s, whichever, I think it was the early 90s or the late 80s, in whichever season it was of the Cosby Show, when Alvin, was it Alvin? Or was it just the men of the show? Bill, Alvin, I think Denise's husband, what's his name, Dwayne? No, not Dwayne. What's his name, Dwayne? Girl, y'all know who I'm talking about. Denise's husband, the Navy dude, and Theo, they was pregnant. It was like a dream that Cliff had or whatever, because I guess his wife told him not to eat the food because they give him bad dreams or whatever. And, you know, it was just for comedic purposes. And then they talking about something, oh, you trying to make it seem like you can give birth. They ain't, and then I look in the comments and everybody was like, y'all know the difference, and it's a big difference. And I'm like, what's the difference? This is what everybody's saying. Just about 95% of the comments are saying, you know, it's a difference and y'all can't be this dumb and all this stuff. And I'm like, what's the difference? Nobody never said what the difference was. Okay. They're both using it for comedic purposes. And yes, He had a nightmare that the men were going through labor pains and, they were pregnant, and they actually did give birth. They gave birth to items that they loved, okay? Cliff gave birth to soda, okay? As y'all say, we say pop out here, and a hoagie, a long-ass hoagie. I think Theo gave birth to a car. One of them gave birth to a sailboat. Lil Nas X is about to give birth to an album. Inanimate objects. That's what they gave birth to, and that's what that was about. So what is the difference, okay? It was for comedic purposes. It's not making fun of women, okay? And if you took it that far, tell me exactly what it's making fun of. It's not making fun. I don't see it making fun of women, okay? But and down, diluting what women have to go through to have child, to go through childbirth or whatever. It's just for comedic purposes. It's nothing to take so serious, and I just don't understand, why is doing that. And it's the only thing that I can come up with is because he's a black gay man, and not just because he's black, because he's a gay man in our community. That's what it is, okay? Because it's only black people that's really, that I've seen, coming out, and it's just disgusting. Like, he put out a tweet, quit hiding behind your kids and saying that you don't, it's about the kids, and just go ahead and say that you hate gay people. That's just what you need to put out there. Just say that you homophobic, you don't like it, and you never will. And let that be that. Quit talking about it's about the kids, because the kids, you will let a kid go see an R-rated movie. You will let a kid play a violent video game. You will let a kid listen to rap music. You will let a kid come out here talking about some gang, 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 as if that's something to be glorified about. You will let a kid do a whole bunch of other stuff that they're not supposed to do, but when it comes to gay stuff, when it comes to gay men, it's a problem, mostly, because when it comes to gay women, people don't really say that much, okay? Look at Cardi B and WAP, and women play around with sexuality, and it's okay. It's acceptable, and I don't like that. I don't like that. The double standard, okay? If you don't like to see gay men, you shouldn't like to see gay women. Lesbian women. We're not a fetish, okay? That just because y'all probably like it because you think that you got a chance to have a threesome with us, or you can turn a bitch or something like that, and it's not going to happen. Unless they bisexual or pansexual, it's not going to happen, okay? So that's that. And Boosie, when I saw it, I said, here comes Boosie. I said, Boosie about to stroke out. Everybody was saying that Boosie was about to stroke out. The very next day, I was like, oh shit, he didn't say nothing that whole day. The very next day, early in the morning, it was like his first tweet. He put out there, nah, man, Lil Nas, you just won't stop. Why do he need to? If you don't like him, Boosie, why won't you say nothing to his face? You always tweeting about him and talking about him, but you won't at him, you won't contact him, and you won't say this personally to him, okay? Why is that? Why is that? You are a punk, okay? You are a weak coward. That's what it is. You are trying to go after a weak target, in your opinion, because this boy is gay. Nobody is forcing their sexuality on anybody, okay? And nobody is telling anybody to go out here and have sex with this person and that person or whatever, okay? Remember, the kids are not going to be hurt or affected by this, okay? Because there's a lot of us, just remember, gay kids, 9 out of 10, we grew up in straight households and we still turned out gay. I'm just saying. But that motherfucker said he might turn around and suck his background dancer dick on live TV. Why are you so concerned about what's going in his mouth and what type of activity he is doing on TV? What TV channel is going to let that happen? Unless it's HBO or something like that, or Cinemax, what TV channel is going to let that happen? Okay, like, why are you keep on putting out this narrative? And he's still rolling with a tweet that he was joking about because he was trolling and being sarcastic because people was coming to him. I'm just like, Boosie, let it go. Somebody said the B in LGBT stands for Boosie. That shit took me out for a second. And then this motherfucker said, hashtag God turning in his grave. So you want to come at this boy about his sexuality and he ain't bothering nobody. And then you want to use God and say God is turning in his grave. Now, the last time I checked, God never died. Jesus did, his son. And he was resurrected 3 days later, and he was in a tomb. So what fucking grave is Jesus in, or God in? If you gonna quote, girl, Boosie, shut up. Boosie, shut up. Girl, let me take a trip down to Jerusalem. Where the tomb at? Okay, like, let me go to that location and see what's up. Okay, like, come on, Boosie, like, stop it. You're very much suspect. And what I don't understand is, if that's really true, and I'm sorry that I'm spending all this time. It's just because I don't really have much else to say, talk about that much. But my thing of it is, he claims to have a gay manager. He put that video up or whatever. How is it that you are okay if this is real? Because that could also be fake too. He could just be saying that to try to make it seem like, you know, it sounds like when white people say, well, I got black friends. That's what it sounds like. And it also can be fake. But if you really are a gay manager to Boosie, and you hear and see the stuff that he's doing to this one gay boy, how do you continue to work with him? Because he can turn on you and say the same thing. How are you okay with the stuff that is coming out of his mouth? If he's being homophobic to one person, that means he feels that way about just about everybody that's a gay black man at this point. Because he don't say nothing about the women, okay? You never came out there and said anything about Trick Daddy talking about something he like his booty ate, okay? And y'all think that's gay. Listen, God put the male G-spot in y'all prostate. God knew what he was doing. I ain't saying nothing, but I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with it, okay? But you attacking who you think is weaker. I don't know what that had to do with it. Somebody gonna be like, bitch, where you going? I just wanted to say that. But leave that boy alone. He is a troll, okay? And, you know, it is what it is. Moving on from that. Versus. The new Versus is set for September 14th, and it's supposed to be Fat Joe versus Ja Rule. I mean, I'm going to watch. Do I got something to review on the 14th? I probably, let me look at my, what's the 14th? It's a Tuesday, but it's how many weeks away? Oh, shit. That's when the finale of my show come on. Okay, I got a review to do on the 14th, too. But I'm still going to watch it. I don't care. I'm still going to watch it to see how it go. And I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know that many Fat Joe songs. The main song that, of course, we know is the later songs that came out later on in his career, especially after the lean back era, or I should say during the lean back era. But prior to that, I don't really know. You know, I probably know more Big Pun songs featuring him or with him than I do him solo. But Ja Rule, it should have been 50 Cent versus Ja Rule. That would have, oh my God. You talking about Brandy and Monica breaking records. You talking about who else had big numbers. Whoever else had the biggest audience breaking numbers, okay, on the Versus thing. Baby, if Ja Rule and 50 Cent would have been able to do a Versus together, now they would have really had to keep it virtual, okay? They would have had to let him be up in his house and let Ja Rule be up in his house, because that just wasn't going to work. You know, when we was talking about Gucci Mane and Jeezy being in the same place and all that tension we felt, baby, okay, you would think people are above it. You would think so. But truth be told, we not. We not. These niggas will pop off at any moment, at any time, okay? But it really should have been 50 Cent and Ja Rule. You know, people try to put down Ja Rule, okay? Like, Ja Rule had a catalog on him, all right? Ever since the first song that he came out with, baby, Ja Rule had a, ooh, go back and look at, I'm rooting for Ja Rule. I'm rooting for Ja Rule, okay? Because I know more of his songs, listen to most of his album, his catalog work or whatever, and he has put out great albums in my opinion, okay? Like, who y'all looking forward to? Is you even hype about it? Like, tell me, okay? I still got to go back and look at the Locks versus Dipset. But yeah, I got Ja Rule on that. Drake, his album came out. His album came out Friday. Literally, Friday my time. And usually, let me tell you something. He said that shit was coming out September 3rd, okay? And you know, when albums drop on Fridays, or excuse me, the day that it's supposed to drop, it literally drops at midnight. Depending on where you at, it's like 11 o'clock. So it's midnight out in New York on the East Coast, but it's 11 o'clock my time because they're an hour ahead of us, you know. And so I'm looking for that album, and we see a tweet talking about something that the thing ain't coming out until 2 o'clock in the morning. I said 2 o'clock. That's 1 o'clock my time. And usually sometimes I do stay up late, but that particular night, I just didn't feel like doing it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, no, sir, I'm not going to stay up late just to listen to your shit. I still haven't listened to the album in full. I'm going to be quite honest. I turned it on my way coming back from work today. It only got through 4 songs. Maybe 3. No, let me lie. Stop lying. I was on the 3rd song, okay? I was on the 3rd song, okay? But I'm digging it for what it is, okay? It's been some controversy or whatever because, you know, it's a song, I guess, called TSU. I haven't heard it yet. And I guess it samples R. Kelly's Half on the Baby. And, you know, the whole thing with R. Kelly and, you know, people believing that he's going to profit and benefit off of it. And it's going to, you know, make people want to go listen to R. Kelly or whatever. At this particular point, I don't want to do this. But y'all know, and if y'all don't know, Drake got a little sketchy past himself, okay? He got a little sketchy past himself with young girls. I'm just going to say that. Y'all go look it up, okay? You know, it's R. Kelly. And at this point, we can be mad that people are listening to certain people that we feel like they shouldn't be listening to. But truth be told, I don't even understand why we putting forth the energy. People are so set in their ways. People are going to do what they want to do. People are going to feel. People are holding tight so hard on folks because they feel like this person is such a great producer, a great composer, a great artist, a great singer, a great performer, or whatever, they can just let stuff go. I don't know, like, when it comes to certain people, maybe because I don't have that much of a hold on to certain artists that get quote unquote cancel or, you know, people try to boycott or whatever. So it's not really hard for me to just say, I'm gonna let you go like that, you know. When it came to like Kanye and the offenses that he did, I was just like, you know what, I've been seeing the behavior, and then the music afterwards, from what I've heard snippets of, it just wasn't even appealing for me to even motivated me to actually listen to. And, you know, with R. Kelly, and people like, you have to separate the music from the person. How do you separate the music from the person and what they're doing when you know that the person that did this shit is the one that's doing the music? I can't separate the two because they're one and the same. And especially when it comes to R. Kelly, because when you realize the subject matter that he's singing about, he's not mostly singing about grown women. He's singing about young girls. And it just sickens me. So it didn't take much for me to just say, you know, I can't do that. I'm grown enough to understand the backstory, and that's just my personal choice, but I'm not finna shade or judge anybody else that's gonna, you know, listen to it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, that's your right. That's your prerogative. Just know that it ain't me, okay? That's it. I'm not finna jump down people's throats. I'm not finna get on the internet and go back and forth with people for their personal choice and their personal opinion. It's tiring. I'm too grown for that, okay? Like, if you don't want to listen to it, you don't want to listen to it. But just know, you contributing to some things, okay? I'm just saying. You're just contributing to some things. I don't know if my feelings would change. I pray. If my girl... See, this is why my girls stay quiet, okay? This is why I follow people that stay quiet, because I don't know. I don't know what they doing in their personal time, okay? I have no idea what they doing in their personal time, behind the scenes or whatever, because it never gets out. And bitch, keep it that way. Because if I find out that you over there doing some fuck shit, and I get on here talking about this, I can separate, I gotta just shut it all the way down, and I can't support. And then I would have to do that to her. Woo! That'll hurt me so bad. I'll be sitting here like a crackhead, feeling like, damn, I just need to look at this performance right quick, but I can't. Bitch, I probably be looking at it, so I get it. But then again, I don't. No, let me stop playing. I don't know what I do in that situation. I can say all the stuff that I say, but, you know, like I said, that's why I say I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to judge. Bitch, Beyonce would have to do something really fucked up for me to look at that bitch and be like, no, I can't do you no more. no matter how much I want to do you, I can't do you no more, okay? Because you just crossed a fucking personal. Let me stop. I don't want to put that out there in the universe, because if that happened, bitch, come collect me up off the floor. Y'all gonna have to be like, Ashley, you okay? No, I'm in mourning, okay? I'm literally in mourning. But anyway, Janet, you keep your motherfucking mouth closed too, okay? Moving on from that, Anita Baker, my girl, okay? We can clean up the house, okay? We can do our, girl, we couldn't even do our spring cleaning right, okay? Because we ain't have our Anita Baker, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, my mama used to clean up the house to Anita Baker, Regina Bell, Patti LaBelle, you know, Tina Marie. Oh my God, like we had so many artists back in the day that my mama used to put us on some good music, and I love it. I said that once before, but Miss Anita Baker told us don't stream her shit, okay, because she fulfilled all of her contracts and she should be able to get her masters or whatever that was going on with the labels, and they was playing games with her, and that was a few months ago, okay, and she was like, don't stream it on Spotify or these other services, because the artists ain't really making money off of these streams like that, especially these older artists, you know what I'm saying? And so at this point, she came out, and I guess they fixed whatever was going on, and she said, listen, y'all can stream my stuff. We all to the goods. Let me tell you something. It is important for these artists to come into the game, and I don't even know if people are telling these artists that. Own your stuff, okay? If you can't own it, work towards owning your masters and stuff like that, because you get paid. I think you get paid more money out of owning your masters. Somewhere I saw that 21 Savage said that, you know, he made more money from, you know, owning his masters and having his own masters than he did like touring and stuff like that. So hey, because you can license out, can't you? Like when you own your masters, you can license out who you want to use your songs in this and commercials and, you know, for product placements and stuff like that. And then that money, most of that money can go to you and stuff. Girl, yeah, okay. Do what Michael Jackson did. Michael Jackson had just about everybody's masters. That motherfucker. Woo. Okay. And, you know, happy belated birthday to him. Did his birthday pass? Yeah, it was. August 29th. Happy belated birthday to Michael Jackson. Moving on from that. Nicole Scherzinger. Okay, girl, whatever her name is. Nicole asked from the Pussycat Dolls. Girl, is that what it is? Anyway, don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Not really. But anyway, let me stop being rude. It's just a joke. But no, Robin Anton, the lady who helped put together the Pussycat Dolls and, you know, helped put Nicole on or whatever into this group and all this stuff, she basically suing her because Miss Girl said she ain't finna do the reunion because they were supposed to do the Pussycat Doll reunion. Y'all remember that. They came back together, they was putting out these promo shots of them looking good enough, I guess. And the whole issue about Melody Thornton not coming back, okay, she was the only other real vocalist in the group that I actually preferred, you know. And so Nicole basically was the group at that point. And I think they did try to put out a single or whatever, but then the pandemic hit and they couldn't go on tour like they wanted to. And everybody had to just slow their rolls. And so it's like, what is they saying? According to the lawsuit filed on Friday, she threatening to walk away from the tour unless she is given the majority share and complete creative control of the relaunching of the group. I said, what? I mean, I get it because, like I said, there really is no Pussycat Doll music group without Nicole at this point, especially since Melody is not there, and she really wasn't the focal point because I don't think she was given a lot of things to sing. It was mostly Nicole. Okay, Nicole was the Beyonce of the group. That's just, we had to put it out there. And Melody was Kelly Rowland. Okay, and more people will probably show up and go see Nicole than they did a Melody, okay? And so the other girls was just there for dancing and fake background, okay? And now, you know, Nicole says she wants creative control. I get it, but, you know, you gotta be fair. Is that glitter? Girl. Y'all let me sit here as I'm glistening this whole time, and I can't even get it off. Did I get it? I did, girl. Anyway, so, you know, Basically, she suing her for not doing her job. Doing her job and not promoting the group or whatever the way that she was supposed to do. And they said originally she was supposed to get 49% under a short form agreement. And, you know, she was supposed to acknowledge, wait a minute. Basically, she reneging on the contract. That's what it is, okay? Nicole is reneging on the contract. She's trying to change the contract agreement, what they already had in place, and saying basically, if you don't do this, then I'm not finna come out here and promote anything else. And, you know, there is no tour, there is no group without me. And at this point, I don't think there's about to be any more tours at this point anyway. And, you know, because it looked like with all these mutations and stuff and variants coming out, I wouldn't be surprised if we go down on another lockdown and they kind of tighten things up a little bit more. But at this point, you know, what could she actually do with this tour, or anybody else do with this tour, when there is no tour? But if you trying to change the contract around and want more of this or more of that, or you're going to leave the group and all this stuff, I don't think that's really fair when we're in this climate where there's basically nobody really coming out to see. Ain't nobody finna go out to see no Pussycat Dolls, especially not over here, not now. We ain't finna risk our lives for that, okay? Girl, who cares? But, you know, I don't know. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. Patty Jenkins, okay? Miss Patty Jenkins, she is the director of Wonder Woman and Wonder Woman 1984. She basically said that films that are released on streaming services look fake, okay? All of the films that streaming services are putting up are, I'm sorry, they look like fake movies to me. I don't hear about them. I don't read about them. It's not working as a model, establishing legendary greatness. That is, I hate when other people come out that's in the same field that's in critiquing, you know, their fellow peers or fellow, you know, movies and stuff like that or whatever in their industries, and just being negative. People had to do what they had to do to keep the movie industry alive by putting stuff onto streaming services, okay? And they're making do with what they can during this time where things were limited. And so for you to come out here and to criticize and say stuff on streaming services look fake or whatever, I'm like, what are you trying to get at? Truth be told, some of the shit that I've been seeing on the streaming services, these movies or whatever, and these series, girl, they look better than the movies that be out there in the regular movies that we've been getting. I said, like, people putting their creative hats on and giving us some good stuff. I've seen some good stuff lately, all right? And you are out here criticizing. You out here criticizing when you put out Wonder Woman 1984. Now, let me tell you something. I was the main one that was so hyped about that. And when I finally sat down and watched that, I was watching it like this. What is this? What is this? And you up here complaining and critiquing other people's stuff when your movie, that last movie, was not it, okay? 1984 was boring, okay? And it was bad. I'm gonna just put it out there. It was cute enough to watch one time for me, but it was bad, okay? To be quite honest, you know? Girl, stop that. Calm down, stop that, okay? Like, leave that alone. Illinois out here, the governor has, you know, signed a bill that will allow 5 excused absences from school without a doctor's note beginning in January to, you know, give the kids mental health days off, okay? And this is for, you know, children 6 to 17. So, you know, grade school all the way up to high school. And what I feel like, truth be told, it should be a little bit more, but this is something that should have been implemented a long time ago, okay? Things that could have been implemented in all of these schools all over the country. These kids have been so stressed out And we were stressed out when we were kids, because especially us that had big course loads. You know, you have to think about the kids that went to school and also had jobs at the same time. And you just never know what was going on in their household, and, you know, or what wasn't going on, and what assistance that they had or didn't have, and the stress that they were under. And I think at that time, especially when I was growing up, people didn't realize that we kids could be going through a whole bunch of stuff just like adults, or whatever. My sister was so freaking stressed out, and me and my sister went to magnet high schools. You know what I'm saying? She went to a business high school that was one of the top business schools and high school academies in Chicago, and I went to one of the top magnet school for gifted kids or whatever. And I had a course load. It got tedious at one point, okay? It got real tedious at one point. It got real irritating. It got real frustrating. It got real stressful at one point. All your classes are not just regular classes. They're literally, you already in a gifted school, so you got more tougher classes, and then sometimes you take on AP classes as well, okay? So it's like we're already taking AP classes. Now you're going to take more, you know, harder classes, like college course classes, and it was stressed out, okay? And I think I dealt with it better than my sister did. Like, she was so freaking stressed out that she was getting gray hairs, okay? Like, she was, you know, not sleeping well, and just, oh my God, it was just a lot that was going on. And I was so scared for her. Like, she was doing that all the way through from high school to college, like, just stressed the fuck out. And it was scary. Like, these kids need more, okay? They need more, and people just need to understand the value of mental health. So this is a start. Hopefully they get something like this going all over the country. But the way things going now, child, who knows? But anyway, moving on from that, an update on the Dante Wright case. This is the case out there in Minnesota where Dante, I think he was like 21 years old, who got shot and killed by the police officer, Kim Potter, who supposedly, allegedly mistaken her taser, or her gun for a taser, and wound up shooting and killing him. She is facing second-degree manslaughter. The charges have been upgraded to first-degree manslaughter, and we'll see what that holds, and hopefully that sticks, okay? And also, Jackie Johnson, who was a former Georgia district attorney, was indicted by a grand jury after it was determined that she used her position to shield the men who killed Ahmaud Arbery. Okay, all because she worked with one of them, and he did some private investigating work with her or whatever, some shit. You know, she was just protecting her own. There you go. She was protecting her own, and it came back to bite her in the butt. So both of y'all are now facing charges, okay? It's just a lot. It's just a lot, okay? Whew. Y'all tell me how y'all feel, all right? I was going to put up a video. I don't know if I should put it up on here or whatever. Cause I was looking at Scotty's, Scotty by Nature TV, if y'all don't know. But I was looking at his community post, and he was talking about befriending reality stars or TV stars or whatever. But I think I might put that on my other channel. But, yeah. Anyway, I think I spoke enough. You guys tell me how y'all feel. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your holiday. I had to go to work to remember that it was a holiday. No shade. Work has been crazy, okay? Work has been crazy because we are short-staffed, okay? And my boss called me yesterday. Called me yesterday on my goddamn day off. And well, he wasn't my boss. He, you know, one of the people that was in charge for the moment for that day. He called me on my day off asking if I can come in. Mind you, we opened up at 9 o'clock on Fridays, okay? And it was 9:30. I was still in the bed. Nothing. Mind you, that night, girl, I didn't get to sleep till like after 3 o'clock that morning, okay? Because I was, girl, listen, I was just going through some shit, okay? But, and then I couldn't sleep, okay? And so he called at 9:30 and saying, do you think you could come in? I said, no. because my other coworker did not show up. I was like, wait a minute. So he didn't call in. Mind you, I knew he wasn't showing up because he asked me, do you think you want to do overtime? I said, no, I don't. I said, you better call in. You going to tell him what's up? He said, no, I'm going to just call in on the day. I said, that is messed up. But he had to go to a funeral or whatever. But I'm like, why didn't you just say nothing then? So we won't have to be calling around for you. As soon as he hung up that phone, I went right back to sleep. Get the fuck out of here. Girl, I needed my day off the other day, yesterday. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Hopefully, like I said, you have a amazing holiday and y'all be safe, okay? And I will see you guys later on tonight for Love, Marriage, Huntsville, okay? Peace.